Hey, welcome back once again to Jack's Tech Corner and another video tutorial on programming Python. Now, Python is a great language. It's a very fluent language. It's easy to understand. It's relatively easy to program in. What I wanted to talk to you today, as I'm sure the title always gives it away, is we're going to talk about strings, how to present strings, how we can capture strings, and how we can actually display the strings out. So you may be asking already, what is a string? Now you've probably done this before, or maybe you haven't. You're just new to Python. You're just learning. But we're going to go with the very first topic of pretty much any book that I've read on Python. And it's talking about variables. So a string is a variable. It's something that we can use to present information on the screen, into databases, or, as you'll see later on in these lessons, hopefully, back-end databases. So let's go ahead and get started. So the easiest way to show you a string is to print something onto the screen. So if we hit print, if we type print, and we put a closed bracket, okay? And all we got to do is you can either use a single quotation, is what I prefer, or you can use a double quotation. Whatever you feel is good for you. I usually use singles. And we're just going to print hello new programmers. Now when we do this, it's going to print this string out down here in our terminal window. Now if you don't see your terminal window, if your screen's like this, you're like, well, where's the terminal? Just simply go to terminal and click on new terminal. Right. I like to type clear because I want to start with a nice clear project screen. And I am using VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Now you can use any editor you want to do these lessons in. It really doesn't matter. It's just the one that I'm familiar with and I like to use. So we're going to go ahead and click the little run button up here in the right hand side. It says run the Python file. We're going to run it. And right here you'll see where it comes up. Hello, new programmers. Very simplistic and very easy. I want you to practice a couple of these. We can even stack these. We'll print. Let's see. You are going to be amazing. You'll be an amazing programmer. Just take some time and some practice. We all have to learn to walk before we run. Okay, let's print this. You are going to be an amazing programmer. You are going to be amazing. All right, let's clear this out. I just type clear and I clear my terminal. What I want to show you now is how we can capture users' inputs for your strings. Because let's face it, we can print exactly what we want. But most programs are going to ask a user for something, some input from the user. Now remember that word input because it's very easy to understand how we're going to get this string because it's going to be a user input. First, what we need is a variable. So the first variable we're going to use here is going to be my name. So my name is the variable. Now we're going to make sure we're going to figure out what that my name is. So we're going to my name equals, and we're going to type in input. Input is something we're capturing from the user. Okay, so my name will equal the input of something. Now, don't just put input and have a blank cursor come up on your screen. We're going to have to ask the user for something. So we'll put a closed bracket, again a quotation mark, and we'll put in here, what is your full name? I always end it with a colon and then a space to make sure the cursor is not flashing right on top of that. That drives me absolutely crazy. We're going to enter. You can enter once or twice. It doesn't really matter. Now we're going to print, but this time we're not printing the string. We're printing the variable. The variable is my name. And there we go. That is our whole entire code project right there in a nutshell. Right? Very, very simple. We're capturing a variable, which is going to be an input of the user's full name, and then we're going to print that name back to that user. Okay, the exact way that they put it in. Check this out. Click here, We'll click down here in our terminal and we'll type Don Knotts, and we'll enter. And when you enter, if you look at this, it's exactly the way the user entered it, Don Knotts, because it printed my name. It printed the exact variable name here. All right, you catching on to this so far? If not, the best thing I can tell you to do is pause the video and try this a couple times. Make sure you're programming along with me. Don't just look at this and say, okay, now I'm going to go try to do that. Watch the video, pause it, program a couple lines, and then come back and watch some more of the video. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to start doing a little bit of formatting on our variable. Now, to format the variable, we don't know how the user is going to enter their name. As you've seen, I just entered my name all lowercase. But a lot of times the user will enter it uppercase, lowercase, whatever. We want to make sure we format that, especially if you're working with databases later on down the road and we're putting that database, we want it to be in there properly. I once worked for a company and they just entered names in there, uppercase, lowercase, 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 and then you go to do mailing labels and they look really, really bad. So format your information as it's coming into your program. Let's try that. This time we're going to type in here print, close bracket, and we're going to say my name with a period, title. And then we're going to put 2 double brackets on that. Okay, print my name, title. Does anybody know what that's going to do? Do you want to take a guess? Well, let's go ahead and run it and see. So we're going to run it. Again, I'll type my name in here, Don Knotts, all lowercase. Hit enter. You can see the first one here, the first print my name comes out exactly as the user enters it. The second print my name title knows it's a proper name. It's a title, so it's going to uppercase it, right? Capital, then lower, capital, then lower. That way it's formatting that name as it's going into your backend databases. So make sure that you learn to properly format names or format your inputs. We're going to clear this again. This time what I want to show you is we can take that lowercase name and we can make it uppercase. So that's very easy to do. Print, close bracket. Here you go again, my name. Now this is actually a program running here called Tab9, Tabnine. I like Tab9 because it helps with your coding. It helps to do some auto completion. It actually gives you some suggestions as you're typing your code. But it's really nice because it really starts, and you'll see here in a minute, to really start to promote your coding and make it very, very fast. If you're in the education realm, if you're going to school right now and you have an EDU account, Tab9 Pro is available to you absolutely free for as long as you're in college. Okay, so check that out. There's Tab9. Okay, going. Now we're going to type in upper. Upper. Now, this is going to do exactly what you think it should do, right? You're going to see here now we're going to have my name as it's inputted. We're going to have title properly formatted. Okay, title properly formatted. See, each word is title cased. And then we're going to have upper. It's going to convert to uppercase. Let's go ahead and run our program. Again, Don Knotts, enter. Check this out, how this is working, huh? There's the original entry. Here's the title formatted proper way. And here we have it in all caps. Maybe you want that in your project somewhere as all caps. All right, the next one I'm going to show you is, and I'm just like running these down here, print my name. We're going to do lower. Now notice we don't have to have lowercase, lower, anything like that, just upper or lower. All right, to clear the screen. And we're going to run this project. And we'll do the same thing. Don Knotts, enter. Now you can see we have it as it was entered. We have it properly titled. We have it in all uppercase letters, and we have it in all lowercase letters. Again, folks, this is just helping you as you're programming. It's very vital to format what the users are inputting for you, especially if we're building a search database or anything. We have to make it so it's coming in properly and it's stored properly for us. All right. Now, the next one I want to show you with this is we are going to go enter, enter down 2 more times here. We're going to say print. Oops. Yep. Print. Okay. This time we're going to throw a character in here, F, and then we're going to put our quotation marks in here. We're going to type in here, hello, and then we're going to say comma. And now we're going to put a nesting in here so we can use a string and our variable together without having to start, have multiple strings and multiple lines. We could type them all together and format this to say hello to the user. All right. So we are going to make this bracket here, and we're going to type in my name dot title. All right. And we're going to close it off here, and then we're going to sew it. So what we're doing with these little curly brackets, okay, what we're doing with these is we are embedding this inside of our string. So you're telling your string to call this from the variable and not print my name.title. That's exactly what we want to do with that. And we'll put an exclamation point on there. Okay. Now let's go ahead and run this. Well, let's clear this first down here so we can see the new results. And you don't have to clear your terminal every time. I do this because I want you to see the results. My name, Don Knotts. There you go. So now this is if you have a logon page or somebody's logging into your website or whatever. We know now that we can bring it up and say, hello, Don Knotts, with an exclamation point. And that way the user is more welcomed by your site, right? Or by any of the programs you are currently working on. All right, we're going to clear this. I want to show you one more here that you can use strings with, and I want to show you one here how you can format your string out. Okay, so we are going to get rid of all this, and we'll just get rid of that, and we'll go back up. The next thing we're going to ask the user here is my age. My age equals input, because we want an input. We want to know what their age is. Now you see how tab line actually helps me here? Look, it says, what is your age? And it's set up properly. I just hit my tab key. Boom. I have my code done. And my hair, because I want to know what their hair color is, equals input. And look, what is your hair color? All right. That looks like what we want. Hit my tab key. So you can see how tab line actually helps you. There's tab line. There's also another one called kite, which you can use, but I find that either one of these will work very well. Tab line is very fast. It works very efficiently, and I would highly recommend it for your coding. And they do have a free version that you can install, and you can use the free version. It works perfectly well. All right, let's go ahead and format some output. Print. Now we're going to nestle a couple of these. Print. Okay, we're going to do what we did before. Put the F in there. Okay. And we're going to put hello, comma, space. We're going to put in there my name dot title. Okay. My name dot title. Okay. Two closing brackets there. And this bracket, comma. You are space, all right, space, bracket. Now all we got to do is put in my age, okay. Again, another bracket here. Close this one. You are my age old, okay. Again, when you're stringing this out, just watch it very carefully. And it looks like your hair color is space. And then we're going to go here and go my hair. And again, we'll put an exclamation point in. Oops. Of course, you got to spell hair right. You got to make sure your variables are right. Did you notice this is a squiggly line here and it tells you my ha is not defined. The variable's not defined. As soon as I put the I in there, now it is defined. Okay, it has to be defined up here when you're calling your variables through. So again, I know this is a little bit more advanced here, stringing this out, but I want you to practice this. This will help you in our future lessons. Let's go ahead and run this program. My name is Don Knotts. What is your age? Yeah, 35. What's your hair color? Oh, brown. Boom. There we go. Hello, Don Knotts. You are 35. Oh, I should have put years old. You are 35 old, and it looks like your hair color is brown. All right, so let's just fix that up here. Just to make it sound better, all I got to do is add years. Okay. We're going to clear this again. Let's run that program one more time to see what we got. Always go back. You can always work on your programs. You can always add to your programs. Name, Don Knotts. Age is 35. Hair color is brown. And boom. Hello, Don Knotts. You are 35 years old, and it looks like your hair color is brown. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. The only other thing I want to tell you about programming is, since you're just starting out here with these lessons with me, and I'm going to start rolling through some of these lessons, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, because you'll get notified when I, obviously post another video. But I want to talk to you a little bit about commenting. Not enough people do this. So comment, if you put a pound sign, that means that line is going to be ignored. And it's always nice to do those. But I'm not going to do it there. No, we're not going to do it there. We're going to do it up here at the very top. We're going to enter down a couple. And what I like to have not a lot of people comment, but these are examples of using strings and formatting for Python. All right, again, so that line is ignored, but it's good to comment your code. As we're building these lessons, you can build upon these, and you can do different lessons with me here, and make sure you comment your code. So folks, I hope this little tutorial helped you out on formatting strings in Python, and just understanding a little bit of different ideas you can use as you're formatting and getting input from users. We'll be learning more about inputs, more about databases later on down the road, and we're going to be learning more variables as we move along. You have to have a building block when you're programming in any language, and I hope you stick around here with me and learn. Thank you so much for watching this video tutorial. And remember, if you're not subscribed, please click the subscribe button. And I will talk to you next time here on Jack's Tech Corner. Bye for now.